I'm again on my own, walking down the only road I've ever known. Like a drifter I was born to walk alone, is that it? Weird. Hi, it's raining. I'm gonna do another video in the car, but I don't think it's gonna be a carpool because it's just not gonna be okay. I don't know, I'm just gonna mess about in a car because I'm here for 2.5 hours more, and why not? And I'm probably gonna drain my battery. Also, my fringe has gone wavy because I got it wet this morning, and it's just so it's got quite gappy as well because it's like curls, so I don't like it. I got like hobbit hair, not really, but slightly wavy, and I've tried to sort it out. Looks like a lobster's attacking my face. Not a lobster, an octopus. Anyway, I was playing Spotify music, but I don't think I can do that and film, so I suppose you better look on the radio. I'm sorry if you like music right now, but I'm not loving it, like, at all. I think it's really boring. Forgot to mention I had a Hershey's bar. It's really expensive. American candy in, like, non-supermarkets seems to be really expensive. Oh, sorry about that. It seems to be really expensive. And it was £1.20 for this quite thin bar. And it was cookies and chocolate, and I've run out of money because I spent way too much money on a Burger King and this. Anyway. Look at that, look at it. Yeah. Yeah. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait, there it is. I can boogie, but I need a certain song. I can boogie, boogie, boogie all night long. So I got a suggestion from my friend Nicole, who says to talk about, oh yeah, I'll leave her a link down below, she's a YouTuber, who said to talk about exams, because right now in the UK, and probably in other places is exam season, but in the UK GCSEs have started, which are quite important exams in all of your school subjects that you've chosen. I did 11 subjects, or technically less, some had like were worth 2, but essentially I did 11 subjects. So, oh, my camera's gone a bit glitchy, sorry about that. Yeah, so tips and talking about how it was is a suggestion, and I finished my exams 2 years ago, and I found them not easy, but to me I found like my mindset was, well, I have to do them, everyone has to do them, so I may as well just try and not put myself out, but just do what I can do, because my mum always says you can only do your best, and you can't try any more than your best because it's your best. So if your best is not good enough, then that's fine, because we know you've tried your best. I've said best too many times, but that's a good tip. Just go with it. Once I did a few exams, I sort of got not into the swing of it completely. I was still really nervous. This piece of hair's pissing me off. But I thought, that's worse. But I was like, every exam you do, it gets easier, at least for me. Obviously everyone's different. And with the revision and stuff, I know a lot of people want to know, how did you revise and all that stuff. Well, I mostly made posters. Posters are great. I stick them up all over the house. Couldn't go a foot without there being a poster that's saying something about English or maths or whatever. I didn't go outside when I was doing my exams, pretty much. I didn't ever socialise. And I was just, because that's how I work. I work hard and fast. I've just got to sit down and just do it all and just not cram, but I just need to get on with it. And obviously that might not be for you. But also in revision guides, you have revision guides, which are these books that basically lay out all you need to know for each subject. You get a book for each subject, mostly. And I just sat down, read through the pages, and there are little questions at the bottom. Also, a lot of, if you Google past papers, I did so many past papers, especially with maths, because with maths, people go, oh, it's scary, but if you keep practicing maths, it's one of those things, the more you do maths, the better it is. I mean, I enjoyed maths at school. Well, I didn't enjoy it, but it was something that kept me busy and kept my mind whirring, so it was like a challenge for me, and I'd get really competitive with myself, in a way. But yeah, if you go to revision guides and also online, there's a lot of help. But what you've got to think is everyone does GCSEs, and once you get to my age and where I am in the education system in the UK, you'll be so glad that your exams are over, but then you'll also completely forget about them. Yes, it's lots of stress now, but you don't have to pass it, because lots of my friends didn't pass lots of GCSE exams. They passed like a couple out of tens, not tens, like 10, but they still got onto courses. There's lots of options. Not everything is set on these exams. Still try, but there are lots of options after your exams, and lots of my friends still got into college, or even in my sister's year, people got onto university, even though they didn't pass all of their exams. So what we've got to think of is do your best. If your best isn't good enough, it isn't good enough, there'll be an option for you going forward that'll be best for you, because you can go into jobs. Actually, I don't think you can now. I can't. I had to stay in education until I was 18. But I don't know if they've changed the rules again. But you can get so many things. You can get an apprenticeship, you can get all these different levels. So don't worry about it too much. Obviously, the better you do, the better course you can do, like the higher you can go. But not necessarily. It's just if you get higher grades, it's easier to get into places, but it's still really easy to get into different places. I was going to do a video about it, about just studying in general and exam tips and stuff, but I thought I'd only do that if someone asks for my advice on it, because I've only just come out of I'm still in education, and I've only just come out of GCSEs, really, 2 years ago almost. But yeah, all you need to do is your best. And that sounds really cliche, but it's true. So there you go, exams, have fun until we don't have fun. When it's your last exam, the weight that gets lifted off your shoulder is amazing. Also, what I did is I had a little plastic bag of sweets that I divided. I got loads of packets of sweets, and at the end of each exam you give yourself a few sweets just as like a treat, as if you're a dog. Anyway, that's my exam tips. 1 hour down, 1.5 hours to go. Whoop. The rain got a bit worse. Just a little bit worse. Oh, it's just died down a little bit again. Yeah, this is great fun. I don't know if you can see this, but if it'll focus, there's like a river. That's not supposed to be a river. There's not a random river there. There's all the water draining away from the car park because of the stupid rain. What even is that? Thanks, Britain. It's finally stopped raining, and I'm going to end it here. Thank you for entertaining me, because I'm so bored right now. But it's almost time for me to go home, so I may as well end it now before people get off the bus, look at me all weird. So thank you again. I hope you liked it. If you did, push all the buttons, you know what to do, and I'll see you later. Bye.